advanced at all.
Yes, I mean, I had the great fortune to have my grandfather was a golfer, so
Oh, nice.
he would take me out and teach me the game at a young age, so very beneficial at that point. I didn't know it would come to this.
Sweet.
All right, so go ahead and give me about 15, 20 swings. As I said, I'm going to look at your grip stance and posture, and we're going to kind of go from there. Now, did we play any other sports, Hayden?
I played some soccer growing up that probably doesn't transition to golf, and then I've been playing tennis as like an adult.
Okay.
Not like super serious, but like it's like what I liked to
Okay.
play. And then I was like, I got into golf. So
Have you played any pickleball?
yeah, I played some pickleball. I actually don't really care for it, so.
Okay, I know it's a hot, popular sport that's, I wouldn't say like tennis, but close to tennis.
Yeah.
There's a net involved.
And paddles. Well,
Yeah.
I guess there's a racket and paddle, but it's warming up.
You go.
Yeah.
Right there.
Thanks.
Where do you typically play at when you get out and play?
Play like Northdale a lot. It's kinda
Okay.
like, yeah, I do a lot of like go out with like people from work and stuff. So like, it's like a easier course people like to play.
Do you
It's
ever
like
see my
cheap.
buddy Keith over there at Northdale, the head pro?
I don't know names.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe though. I played like Rocky Point too in Tampa.
There you go. Yeah, my PGA mentor is over there at Northdale.
Nice.
So Keith Cole's a great guy. Starting to warm up a little bit now, aren't you? Starting to loosen up?
Yeah.
Good. Good swing right there.
Thanks. And that's what makes me like it. It's like when you hit a nice shot, it's like, oh,
Goes straight to the heart, doesn't it?
yeah, it's really nice. I think it's like the YouTube stuff that actually like got me and a lot of people into it. I feel like
Yes.
it's like growing up. I don't think like you throw the PGA on TV and it's like it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to improve and make it more entertaining.
It's definitely, for the younger generation, they're much more into a faster pace.
Yeah.
kind of game,
Yeah.
you know. It's evolving. That's all I can say. It's great. It's evolving. You know, you've got things like Live Golf now. You've got the TGL. So you've got so many different avenues for your, and you've got definitely the YouTube boys out there.
Yeah.
You know, all those guys. You know, they're fun to watch. I wouldn't say you're gonna learn a hell of a lot of technique per se. You're gonna watch a bunch of guys having fun, which is cool. And it really feels like you're along the journey with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Give me about 2 more swings here, partner. Let me take this one first. Give me 1 sec here. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Camera shot.
All right, big guy, let's take a look at that one on film. Okay, and we'll take a look and point out a few things here for us. Hope I wasn't in the camera light. Nope, it wasn't good. All right, so let's get a tour player here. Who's, if we have him, who's somebody you kind of like?
I don't know. Let's see. Name will pop out or something.
Okay. You know, somebody that you're kind of like, yeah, I kind of like that swing, or I like that play, or...
You know, I know the big dogs, you know, like Rory and whatnot, but...
You got John Rahm. You got Justin Rose.
What's that one guy? I don't know if he's still on
JT.
something Day. Last name Day.
Jason Day?
Yeah. I like him.
We've got Jason Day.
Yes, he did.
Jason. No, I don't see Jason here. We got JT. Carl Phillips. Kid went to Saddlebrook, right up the road from us.
Nice.
Lee
Nice.
Westwood. Mike Wallace. Minwoo Lee. That guy smashes the ball. Patrick Cantley. There's always a good one right there. Paul Casey.
Anybody who's got a, you know, I also feel like all weird swings, despite being like.
Well, here, let's take a look at, we'll look at, I think probably the best swing on here as far as studying's going, JT.
Okay.
So let's take a look at his 6-iron here. Okay. So a few things that we kind of see as we kind of huddle up here, right? So as you kind of look at your setup compared to his, you have a 8-iron in your hands.
Yeah.
Right? Let's take a look at his setup, right? So you see where his feet are compared to yours.
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing we want to kind of do is we want to get these feet, this foot at least square to our target line.
Okay, yeah, I've been told that, and I'm definitely
Okay.
not implementing that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about this left foot being flared out. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Okay. But we definitely need to shore up this right foot. So,
All right.
and we'll take a look at the video, but that probably allows a little bit of a slide in our swing a little bit, and we'll take a look at that. But what we want to kind of do is if I have that foot here, then I can really turn into that right side. But once that starts to go, then I can turn out of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the first thing I see. The other thing I see here is if I had a down the line view here, I think we have a little bit too much knee bend. And what we have here is what I call riding the horse, right? So it's kind of more like this.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to kind of have that idea or mentality that we're creating a pyramid. Does that make sense? So my feet are going to be wider than my knees. Does that make sense? I don't want my knees getting over my feet or bowed out like this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to kind of have that feeling that if my feet are here, that there's like a rubber band around my knee, kind of keep them together a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Trying to make that triangle there. Right, the other thing that I kind of see here with our setup here is that we're going to need to work on this grip. It looks like it's a little bit of a weak grip.
Okay.
So I would ask you the question, when you're swinging through, does it feel more like you're pushing the ball than pulling the club?
Not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take a look. We're going to
Yeah.
give you a different grip and see if we can give you a different feel.
Okay.
Okay? Because to me, what it looks like is that your swing right now is right hand dominant, where it needs to be more left hand dominant. Okay?
Sure. Okay.
All right, so one thing we can kind of see here is there's a lot of head movement swaying back,
Yeah.
okay? We don't need the head to move that much, okay? The other thing that you can kind of see here is that you turn significantly behind the ball, but you really haven't, you've kind of thrown your chest over there, you really haven't rotated and turned. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. Now the other big thing I see here, right, is this right elbow here. Okay. You see, I see it elongated down here over here. Okay. If we take a look at JT, and let's just take a look at his arm structure here as he goes. Right. You see how he keeps that right elbow. Now he gets a little bit higher than what I would like, but you can see that he's keeping that right elbow out and away from him.
Yeah.
Over here, right? Where you can see that you're allowing this left arm to collapse as well, which allows this right arm to collapse. Okay? That is a big killer for consistency. Okay? So think about this, right? And just kind of look at what we're doing here, right? So if I look at JT, you can see that he's creating this circle.
Yeah.
You see that? You can see that yours is a lot oblong here.
Yeah.
Okay? If I want to have consistency in my swing, I need to have a consistent arc.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay. And now you're kind of stuck in that position with your arms so far back behind you that now you've got to kind of throw the club to get it started again. Does that make sense? Right? And then as we come through, and then we have a little bit of a chicken wing because everything kind of fell apart in the beginning, to be honest with you, okay? But you can see right here, we got a lot of knee sag, right? A lot of knees trying to hold those positions and stuff like that, where we can see JT is starting to extend up a little bit here and really getting his weight and arms forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. So first things first, what we want to kind of work on right now, okay, and give you kind of the batting order for the time that we have. First, we're going to look at the grip. We're going to work on that, right? And then what I want to do is I want to work on the setup, okay? And then last but not least, I want to try to give you a good feel for the arm structure up top. This isn't going to cure everything today, okay? But I want you to start to get a good understanding about the foundation of the golf swing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, great guy. Do you see anything in there that you want to address or you need to talk about?
No, what stood out to me though was like definitely like from here I feel like I'm like straight, and then like on the video like my head's going over here, and like
Right,
it's
right.
good to record yourself.
So the other thing is, do you ever record yourself when you're out practicing or playing? Or do you
I
have
was
any
gonna do it on the range the other day. My buddy was like, "Do you want me to record you?" And I was
Mhm.
like, "No, I'm gonna do it Wednesday."
Okay,
I was
that's
like, "I'm just
fine.
having fun. I don't want you to diagnose me because like I'd rather have
Yeah, I get you. But you can see where
Yeah.
where we're going wrong, right? And
Yeah.
that's the beautiful thing about film is that it doesn't lie, right? It's
Yeah.
the feel versus real, right? We feel like we're doing something, but when we see it, we're actually doing
Yeah.
something different, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. Okay.
Definitely will like record myself in the future though, like when I go out, because I mean I can even see like that's not right.
Right.
Yeah.
So the way that I, when you practice, and I'll give you a couple ways to practice as well, but when we videotape ourselves, make sure that you videotape yourself about face on here,
Mhm.
about waist high or so
Waist
like
high,
that, and then have another one where we see the other angle down the line,
Mhm.
okay, and we'll do that one too, and kind
Okay.
of have that about the camera about hands high or waist high, right about
Okay,
here. So,
cool.
and that way you can kind of take a look at everything, how things are looking down the line and face on.
Nice.
Okay? All right. So, with that being said, let's get to work.
Okay.
All right. So, first things first, I want you to go ahead and take your grip for me, please. Okay, go ahead and take the grip. And I want you to take your right hand off for me, please. Okay? And now what I want you to do is I want you to hinge up with just your left hand for me, please. Okay? Is that a little bit of a struggle?
Yeah, in terms of like flexibility, I feel like.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So I'm going to kind of bring this guy in. We're going to forget about that right now. Okay. And then we're going to come back and do that test, okay? That's a little test. So I'm going to get you in here. Feel the fingers. There. Bring this guy on in. Okay, good. Now we're going to go interlock. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Let's see how we're doing here. Yes, very good. Okay, so now you can, well, you can't see it, but
Yeah.
your knuckles are in line here
Okay.
on the back side here now. Okay. Now you can kind of see here. Okay, good. Right? Now you can see when you look down, you can see at least one knuckle on your left hand.
Yeah.
Okay, or see at least a little bit of your logo here.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other part is now you can see this V is pointing up to this shoulder and this V is pointing up to your chin.
Yep. I've heard Tiger say that one.
Correct, correct. So I just want to bring this guy off real quick and I want to
Okay.
check our thumb. Good, okay.
Okay.
So, do you feel where your hand's in that position right there?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and hinge up with just that hand right there. Is that a little bit easier?
Yeah. It definitely feels like it's not like straining.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's a heavier club.
Yeah, I know.
Does that make
It
sense?
feels heavier, but like it doesn't hurt. Like it doesn't feel like. Yeah.
Correct. So
Yeah.
now you're starting to get an understanding of where that hand needs to be. Okay, so I'm just going to put that there. Go ahead and go again. Put this guy on it. You're going to overlap or interlock or okay. There we go. Okay, so now you can feel that you've got a lot more control of the club.
Yeah.
Okay, you feel it more in the fingers.
Yeah. Feels
Okay.
way different.
Good. So let's kind of go through this. I want to kind of give you a drill as we kind of go through this. So I'm going to give you this club. Okay, go ahead. So let's stand here together for me. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of run through this, okay?
Okay.
So what we want to kind of do, right, is that we're going to have it from the base of our pinky knuckle to the front of this is where the club lays.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you kind of see this, just like that.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this pad and put it over top. The thumb is going to be on the right-hand side of the shaft, okay? And that's going to be important because when we get up to the top, that's going to be what helps brace the
Yeah.
club a little bit for us, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now, once we come on in here, we're gonna. What we do is shoot the gun. Okay.
Got it.
Take our right hand, put it on in there, and now we're gonna have it from here to that knuckle. You see how that works? Okay. So it's always from the base of the pinky knuckle to the front index finger. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Yes.
So you hear that, you feel that in the fingers more than the palm.
Gotcha.
Okay. And now, okay, we should be, and I'll kind of move around over here. Now I can really move and rotate this thing the way that I want. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So remember, the golf swing isn't just a motion where it's like this. Okay. There is some of this motion as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay. So once again, I'm going to have you jump on in here and grab this for me. Okay. So just go ahead and grip that again. And I want you to re-grip that a couple times. So the thumb's going to be on. This is going to be the
Oh,
big
yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's going to be the big thing for you right there, I think. Right? Getting that left hand more on top and getting that to control the club. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to give me just a few minutes here and re-grip that and get a feel for it, and then we're going to grab your club and go from there.
This feels completely different. from I'm used to.
Right, and we could have an hour lesson on just that alone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, so the thumb's got to be underneath. There you go. Right.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm actually like holding it now. Like it's. Yeah. It's,
Like you've got control of the
Yeah,
club
yeah,
face, right?
Yeah.
So
it feels way more like.
So here's my question to you as I come back to what I asked you earlier.
Yeah.
Do you see now where I was asking you the question, do you feel like you're pushing the club or pulling the club? Does that make sense? So now you
Yeah.
can have that left hand dominate and
Yeah.
pull that club through as you come through.
Oh yeah, I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right? Remember, the left hand dominates the golf swing.
Gotcha. And this.
Which I've never really understood why we don't play left-handed. That makes sense, but that's how we are.
Yeah.
Being a human being. Good.
Here.
There you go. Good. You feel that thumb
Yeah.
on the side?
Side.
There you go. Good.
Yes.
Okay, good.
And this V, shoulder, this one, chin.
So what I would suggest to you, Hayden, is there's an entrepreneur by the name of Jeff Bezos. He owns a little company named Amazon, and you may have heard of it.
Yeah.
He sells these little grip minders. I would say get one.
Okay.
Put it on your club. Work on your grip. I would work on that.
Just throughout the day, just.
Correct. I would work on that for, when I got my favorite TV program on, 15, 20 minutes, and I would just grab, and this is the one that I use, right? But I would grip, regrip, grip, regrip, right, with this club for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I would grab my regular club, and then get that transfer of knowledge.
Yeah.
Start to get a feel without the mold of where my hands need to be.
Gotcha.
So when we get out there on the course, you're not looking like Sergio Garcia doing all this.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Got a whole 3-minute routine just to grip the club.
You guys are like, man, what was that lesson about, man? There you go, okay? So go ahead and regrip it again for me. Take it off, regrip. So big thing is getting that left hand over.
Okay.
Yeah, it just takes
Over.
time. Yeah, it takes time, right? There you go. That's a handsome grip right there. That's what we're
Over.
looking for right there. So go ahead and give me a grip there real quick. Yeah. And I'm going to take a picture of that so you can get a look at that, okay? Okay. So much more where we want to be. So the V's going up there, this one's here. Make sure that when you look down, you can see at least one knuckle.
Just one knuckle.
Okay, and that's going to make sure that the left hand's over on top dominating.
Gotcha.
Okay? Good. All right, with that being said, my friend, see if you can transfer that to that. So just give me a grip, re-grip a couple times there and try to get a feel for that same feel that we had on that mold, okay? Thumb on the side of the shaft. There you go, good.
Okay.
There you go, good.
Yeah.
Now my question to you, do you feel it in the fingers or in the palm? In your left hand.
Feel like fingers?
Okay, okay. It's
Or
something
palm.
you've got to kind of
Yeah.
learn, right? It's a feel that I'm trying to get you to learn, right?
It definitely just feels different.
Okay.
Like I can do this and stuff. I'm
Good, so I just want to make sure that we've got this pad over top of that.
like, oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that feels.
Different?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Now I
That's
feel
where
it.
that's where I want you to be, okay? You feel where that pad's over top right
Yeah.
there?
Now I can feel it there.
Good,
Yeah.
good, okay? It didn't look like it was, so that's why I was trying
Yeah.
to make, so you can definitely feel it in the fingers now, right?
Yeah.
There's no chance of getting in the palm. That's good.
No. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so just go ahead and re-grip. Make sure that pad's over top of the club. Okay, good. Thumb on the side of the shaft, right? There you go.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice.
Very good. All right, so for something that's supposed to be very easy, it's not so easy at times,
No.
is it? Right?
Yeah.
So
It feels like unnatural.
correct, right? It's not something I would hold any other piece of equipment with, right? You know what I
No.
mean? It's not how I'd hold a baseball bat or a tennis racket or anything like that. So it's definitely a feel more in the fingers than it is in the palm, right?
I
And
feel like
that's
no one
still,
ever teaches you it like that either. Everybody's just like, oh, just keep your thumbs like that and it's fine. Like.
yeah, well, that's why advice sometimes is free and it's not worth it, if you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
So, all right, so that's the big thing right there. So
Yeah.
with that being said, okay, we've got a few things that we need to work on with the posture, but I want you to hit about 5 or 6 balls with the new grip and
New
just
grip.
get a feel for it, okay? I don't want to put too many Band-Aids on you and you're like, well, I'm thinking of this, I'm
Yeah,
thinking of that, right? So
Yeah.
right now, I just want you to think and focus on this grip for me, please. Okay? And then just give me some honest feedback of what you're feeling,
Sure.
okay? That's all I'm asking. There we go. Okay? Okay, make sure you feel it in the fingers, that pad on top of the club for me, please. sounded pretty good
Yeah,
right
felt
there,
good.
pal. Good job. That's the highest smash factor I've seen you hit so far. That's good.
I don't know exactly what I'm feeling, but it definitely feels different, and like, I don't know, I kind of just like could feel the club, like, I don't know, it feels better.
Great. That's funny. If you look down there in the bottom corner, it says trending videos, K-pop demon hunters. My kids are watching the heck out of that. I'm like, my God, it's everywhere.
Don't even know what that is.
Well, it's better than Barney, let's put it that way. Or Sesame Street. All right, there we go. Feel the fingers. Zoo!
Yeah.
There you go. So after what, 6 balls or 5 balls or something like that, how does that grip feel? Talk to me.
A little awkward. So I'm
Okay.
like thinking of it.
Yeah.
But it feels better. I don't know. I feel more connected to the club. So,
Great.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And remember, and I think you said the perfect word there, connected, right? It's the only thing that connects us to the ball through that grip. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if that's incorrect, then I don't have much of a chance on any other
Yeah.
part of it, right? Does that make sense? Now, what I really do enjoy watching is what I see with a lot of people when they first learn this grip is they start getting the ball and they don't lose that grip. They go grab the
Thinking
ball
the
and
same thing. Yeah. It's like I don't want to. Like,
I get it, but you know, when we practice, right, I want you to kind of make sure that you jump out of that grip and jump back into it
Yeah.
a little bit. That way you keep practicing and it's not one of those things that, you know, when you get up on the tee box, you're like, I just got it right, and then you're kind of wandering around the course with that grip. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, second part of what we kind of talked about here is our posture a little bit,
Mhm.
okay? You can see, and let's just kind of jump on in here just a little bit. Actually, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you give me another swing, and I'm going to take a look down the line here on it.
Okay.
How's that sound, partner?
Yeah.
Okay. Go. That should be pretty good right about there. And that gives you an idea where you want to videotape right there. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So I just want to take a look at your posture down the line here. All right, so takeaway is a little high and above. We'll get that fixed. That's not where we're going to be working at today. But the big thing is, okay, if I kind of look here just a little bit, right? Just ever so slightly, a little too much bend in the knees.
Right. Yes.
Okay, so I want to kind of go over a posture routine with you a little bit and kind of give you a feel and try to get a little bit of those bends out a little bit, so you're a little bit more over the ball. You see how JT is a little bit?
Yeah.
You're a little bit more standing up and it's kind of like you're getting your head hanging over. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I see that.
Okay, so let me kind of do this. Let's come right on over here. Why don't you stand right here next to me? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the club and we're going to put it in our left hand.
Wow.
Okay, raise it on up to so. We're going to put our feet together. Okay, very good. We're going to take our right hand. Okay, we're going to put it right here where our belt buckle is, or would be. And now what I want you to do is I want you to push your hips back ever so slightly. Once you start to feel a little tension in your hamstrings, I want you to crack your knees. Okay, equal steps. Very good. Let's bring that right hand on in, on top.
Okay.
Good. And now let's just let the club come down naturally. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay? You can give me a little bit wider stance though. There you go. Okay? So now you've got, so to give you some understanding now, right? You can, when you look down, you can see the tongue of your shoe, right?
Yep.
Or at least your shoelaces.
Yeah. I can see it.
Right? Whereas you were before, go ahead and give me the old setup.
Probably more like this. Yeah.
Can you see your shoelaces?
Yeah. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I
bringing
see what
those
you mean.
back right there is
Yeah.
good,
Okay,
okay?
that's good
That's going to
too.
allow you to have more reactionary force in those legs
Yeah.
than if I have too many bends.
Yeah. Also, I feel like I've always kind of heard it's like kind of just let your hands like hang. And now
Yeah.
I feel that
Cool.
Normally I was kind of feel like more I was like kind of playing the club and then like
Pushing it, right?
Yeah.
Instead of, now
now
you
it feels like it's like
good.
Yeah.
So here's another way of kind of thinking about it, right? If I said, hey, think of yourself as a structure, right? Like a building, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I were to think about a structure, right, I wouldn't want to hold something like this.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
That's
that
going
makes
to put a
sense.
lot. But if I get my legs like this,
Much more comfortable.
right, I can push that weight into the ground now, and all I have to do is kind of hold it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that is allowing my arms to hang down naturally and free.
Yeah.
Okay? So let's go through that again, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, feet together for me. Left hand up and out. There we go. We're going to take our right hand, put it right here on our belt buckle. We're going to push our hips back till we feel a little tension in our hamstrings.
Yeah.
Crock our knees. Equal steps. Okay? Bring that right hand back on in. And then just allow the club to come rest on the ground. Perfect. Okay? Now that's something that I would say that you need to do for 15 to 20 minutes a night as well.
Okay.
Okay? Just so you can start getting your body into this position routinely, right?
Yeah.
And getting comfortable with it, right? There's a lot of things we've moved around here so far,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That we need to kind of get comfortable to, right? 1, grip, 2, posture, right? And that is the foundation of where we're at there, okay? Now the next thing that we need to kind of work on as we progress forward, ball position being number 1, right? Number 2,
Yeah.
starting to get the idea of where the backswing and everything is. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so let's kind of talk about this real quick, right? Let me kind of give you a little sense of ball position. I think that's kind of important as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me kind of grab this real quick. All right, so I'm going to throw this thing down on the ground and give you some explanation about ball position. Okay. About ball position. Okay. So here's our woods. Here's our irons, per se. Okay. Now, I'm going to take your club from you. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to put your left foot right here. I want you to put your right foot right there. Okay. So with just kind of getting your posture a little bit, this is where your driver would be playing at. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that feels right, but actually narrower than I've probably been hitting driver.
It gives you a little bit of a guideline. You could probably make it a little bit wider, and I'm fine with that. This is a guideline, not the Bible. Does that make sense? Right? It gives you a good visual, right? Now, if I say, hey, I want you to put your left foot here, good, and then put your right foot here, right, and I play the ball there, now you know where you need to kind of play your pitching wedge.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so giving you some kind of understanding that when we start to come down in clubs, right, length of clubs, the ball starts to come back.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I want you to kind of understand this, and you'll probably get a lot of buddies kind of hem and haw about this, and I'm fine with that, is that for the pitching wedge, it should be played underneath our sternum. Okay. After that, everything starts getting played forward of that. Okay. You'll see some of your buddies, I'm sure of, will be playing it really far back in their stance with a little bit of a hooded club face. Okay. Maybe you got some of those buddies. I do. And the reason that is because they believe they can get more to the inside, which they can a little bit, and kind of get like this, but the problem is they don't get a lot of loft. Does that make sense? And it's usually a low hook, right? Because they're just trying to fight against a fade.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember, with our irons, the pitching wedge is going to be played in the center, and then everything starts to get moved up. So I'm going to have you move your foot this way. Yep, there's your 8, 9, or 8, 7, and 6. You see how that's starting to move up?
Oh, so you're not actually, like, the ball is not moving, you're just moving your right foot.
Correct. Okay, so when you kind of set up, right, put your feet together in line with whatever line that you're going to be using. Let's just say it's the iron line, right? Good. And then move your left foot to this position, and then move your right foot to the position where you have your club. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I've got a pitching wedge, a little bit less wider stance, if I have a hybrid, it's going to be a much wider stance. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But as you move this foot back, the ball starts to move forward. I don't have to start manipulating things. That makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. So another thing that I would possibly get while you're, on eBay or on Amazon, something like this.
Okay.
Something to give you some reference point. Now, as I said, it's a guideline, not the Bible,
Yeah.
right? But you start to get a visual of where that ball needs to be played.
Yeah.
That's paramount. If the ball's in the
Makes
wrong position, my arc or angle is not going to be correct.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that helps because I've always known like ball position changes, but like I didn't really know where. Like I just knew driver was like the widest, and then like if you're pitching, it's gonna be like narrowest.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
as a beginner, right, this is a great way to get a visual of where we need to kind of be, right, and kind of practice as we kind of go.
Okay.
Now, you can either use something like this right here, which I would suggest here. I'll give you the club back. Or I'm sure you may have a few of these laying around, something like alignment rods. Okay. But you can also do something like this, where you put it like this, and like, and make like a T-square. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can kind of practice your way through there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you watch the guys on tour, right, you're not going to see a lot of guys on the YouTube channel practicing like that,
Yeah.
or even seeing their practice routine.
No,
but if you get
yeah.
to see the guys on the tour, you're going to see a lot of them using alignment rods.
Yep.
Okay. Good. Any questions about that?
No, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, it's helpful.
Great. Great. All right. So with that being said, let's hit a few balls. What do you say?
Sure.
Okay. So give me what we want to kind of focus on here. I'm not worried about the quality of the strike right now.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm worried about is making sure that the grip is getting correct, right, and that we're getting ourselves in a good posture. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, and we'll see where we are on time on that. But as I said, I don't want to give you too much mix in the cake. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, so we know where our ball position needs to be roughly, right?
Yeah.
What our grip needs to kind of be, right? And what our stance. Now give yourself a little space there. You're a little crowded. It's a new feeling, I know. Much better posture. Really good strike, buddy. Really good strike. Maybe we will worry about the quality of the strike. Good work. Give you one more, then take a break for just a sec, okay?
Okay.
Good. Take a break for a sec, okay? Now you hit some really good shots there, I think, right?
Yeah, first few were nice.
So what does it feel like? Where are some of the changes that we're feeling right now?
Definitely feeling like posture feels way different. Like feeling more upright. I don't feel as much like I'm like coming down at it.
Okay.
I'm sure I still am a bit. I don't know, it just feels more right. Like,
That's great.
it's hard to like say like what it is because I'm like new, but like it definitely feels
Okay.
just more natural in a way.
Good.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing much more of an athletic posture is what I'm noticing.
Yeah.
But the big thing is why I'm asking you these questions is what are the feels that you kind of relate in your mind, right? So when
Yeah.
you're out there on the course or out there practicing, what are some of that verbiage that we can kind of pull back to bring ourselves back to that feel? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Trying to relate that to something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But the big thing, as I said, is grip, stance, and posture today, right? How are you feeling with the right foot being more squared off now?
It feels fine. Like it doesn't feel like it's like hindering me because obviously it should be what I'm doing, but like I don't know, it's just something I gotta think about. Like
Gotcha.
it doesn't. It's not bothering me. Like it feels. I just gotta be conscious of it. I think.
Okay, okay, no problem. As I said, why don't we kind of do this real quick? So now that I think we're getting a good understanding about our grip, stance, and posture, and ball placement as well,
Mhm.
right? What I'm going to kind of do is I want you to kind of hit a few balls here. And what I want to kind of do is I want to kind of explain some of the numbers here to you. So when you're out there, maybe you've got a launch monitor, maybe one of your buddies do, or when you're out practicing at some kind of facility like this, you can kind of get an understanding of what these numbers mean. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay, so go ahead and hit a few here for me, and we'll try to explain a few of the numbers here, okay? So let's kind of talk about some of the numbers here just a little bit, right? So when I look at some numbers here, right, so we'll start with club head speed. Obviously, this is what we're swinging it at right here, okay? Not overly concerned about that at the beginning point, right?
Yeah.
Just, we need to make contact, okay? Club path, okay, so this gives you an understanding of where you're swinging that club, okay? And in the world of golf, okay, here's our center line, okay? I want my club path to be on this side, okay? So what you're swinging at is a positive direction, okay? Whenever I look at something in mathematics, this is positive, this is negative, okay? Measurements, I mean, okay? Your angle of attack was okay. It was down a little bit, which is good. Ball speed. Spin rate was a little low right there, okay? And that's probably related to the club head speed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This spin should probably be somewhere in around the 68 to 7,000. So about 1,000 less than what the club is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Smash factor was the highest I've seen so far for you, okay? So that's a funny calculation between ball speed and club head speed, right? And the correlation between it. Really what it is how much of a solid strike was it, right? Centerness of contact. Launch angle, total 128 for an 8-iron right now to begin. Not bad, okay? A little bit off the mark where we want to be, but that's okay. Our big thing here is our low, okay? And this is where I wanted to get to right here. So you see this is 3.7 B, okay? That would be really good on a driver, but not with an iron, okay? And let me try and kind of explain that here to you, okay? So what that is reading here is that your low point for your iron right now is over here, okay? We want our low point on our iron to be here,
Right.
okay?
So you're saying I'm from here forward, I'm kind of coming up,
Coming up,
and
yes.
that's why I probably get some of these where I top it. And
Correct, that's where you get to top it, and that's where the face is becoming so far left is because as you go and you add loft, you're closing the face. Does that make sense? Okay?
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of explain that a little bit to you, okay? So, the two final drills that we're going to work on here, a little bit of some face control, but what your buddy was telling you. One, you're not leaving your face open now, okay? So I'm not seeing a big issue there. But we do need to kind of figure out what our low point is.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let me jump on in there real quick on you, okay? Now what we want to kind of do as we practice, okay, to kind of figure out our low point, okay? is when you're out there practicing, get yourself like a little tee or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Put it, you know, a couple inches ahead, something where it gets our visual ahead. And all I want you to do, okay, for the first week or so, okay, we're not trying to kill it. I want you to hit what I would call like low punch shots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it'd be more like this kind of motion right here. Okay, so I'm trying to get this tee out of the ground. That's my goal. Okay, so as I kind of go, it's here. So, you see where my low point is?
Yeah.
It's 4 inches after the ball.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to get you in an impact position here a little bit so you get an understanding. But you can see that when I got here, my angle of attack is like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your angle of attack is like this.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, as I said, I'm going to get you on the impact bag and get you to feel that. But I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what practice is going to be like for you. Okay. So once again, get yourself like a little tee or something like that. Put it in the ground. Okay. Just a couple inches ahead, and all we're trying to do is hit punch shots. Okay. I'm not trying to take a full swing or anything like that. Just trying to get that tee out of the ground. Right here. And just try to get that, you know, inner, as I kind of say, that inner 5-year-old in us,
Yeah.
right? Just playing games out there, right? Trying to figure out what the ball and face does a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to perform, but just trying to learn things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So go ahead and set up real quick. And now I want to get you in an impact position. Okay. And then we're going to let you kind of do that drill, okay? All right, so, all right, go ahead and set on up like you normally would. All right, now I'm going to kind of move you around so you feel what impact is, okay? Okay. You feel where impact is there? You feel how everything's moving forward there?
Yep.
Okay. That's what impact's going to feel like for you. That's a little microdose of it. Okay?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to have you do is I'm just going to have you swing to about hip high here and then hit the back. And I want you to feel what your body's doing naturally when you have some resistance there. Okay? Any questions, big guy?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to move this back right here for you. Okay? Give me a swing into the back for me, please.
Just like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you feel right there?
Oh, there we go. It's kind of like what you just set me up like.
Correct.
Everything's going this way.
Good, good, good.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go again. Okay. Get that right foot to turn a little bit for you, okay? Don't leave it back there behind you, okay? Let that guy come through too. Yeah, there you go. Good work. Let's do it again. How does that feel?
Yeah.
Good. Let's do it again for me. Okay. So now you're getting a good feel for what it is for impact, right?
Yeah.
You feel how your weight's moving forward, how the hands are moving ahead of the club,
Yeah.
right?
Just
Going
visualize it.
down, right? Okay. So now I'm going to give you a little bit of a different, same drill, but different, okay? So let me jump on in there and kind of demonstrate this one for you, okay? So when you start to really notice that your ball flight's going out to the right and your buddies are like, hey, your face is wide open, right? And it happens, we all do it, right? This is a great little drill to kind of help you, right? So all we want to kind of do is swing up to about hip high or get our left arm parallel to the ground right here and then turn the toe into the back, okay? This is going to get your forearms to rotate aggressively and get the face to close. So it'd be like this. Okay?
Yeah.
Right? And what we want to see here, okay, as I kind of do this, right? Okay? I'm getting the toe into the bag, but then once I get this bag out of my way, okay, I'm going to do that same thing, okay? And what I should hit is hooks to begin with, and then start slowly fading that back. Does that make sense?
Yep.
That's how we learn. Okay, so I would kind of do this. Imagine that. So it should be just dead left right now.
Yep.
Pretty much. And then I start to figure out in my mind, how do I take a little bit of that off? Does that make sense?
That does, yeah.
Right? And I just kind of go, okay, a little bit less now. Okay, and then it starts to straighten out.
Yeah.
Does that make
Yeah, it
sense?
does.
Okay. So here we go. Set up for me. Good. All right. So I'm kind of help you out with this first couple ones here. So good. We're gonna have our hands down just a little bit. There you go. Okay, good. Here. Hinge. And as we go. There you go. You feel your forearms rotating there?
Yeah.
That's probably something you don't feel very much when you come through, do you? Okay? Now, as I said, it's an over-excessive drill, right? But it gets us to feel how we're going to get that face to close. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Release that club and let those forearms rotate for me. There you go. Good. Okay. Once again. Uh-huh. Feel how all your weight's moving forward?
Yeah.
Right? Good job. One more time for me. Good. Keep going. Good. Okay. Real quick, what are some feels and difference that we've kind of made here so far? At least with that. You feel how your forearm's rotating closed?
Yeah.
How your body's rotating and turning? Does it feel different?
That helped me like visualize kind of like the motion of actually like following through with the ball and like using your body and stuff. Cause like I like to know that's a thing, but I can't like see it.
That's fine.
That's helping me like stop and like see that like
Perfect.
motion. And then this, like I don't feel like I do that normally, so
Okay.
that helps see it too.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So you're getting a good understanding about where the club kind of needs to move,
Yeah.
right? What it needs
Yeah.
to kind of do, and really just getting feels, right? That we've never felt before. All right, we're going to do 4 balls here, and I want you to kind of feel like you're hitting the toe of the club into the bag, okay? What we've been working on. That's interesting, man.
So do what we just did,
Mhm.
and like
Yeah.
so try and like okay.
Thumb's got to be on the side. There you go. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. You see how that's left?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. All right. Good strike. Should be left.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so a little bit less now.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
This makes sense. So like I like, it'll help you like kind of what you're saying is like over time you can slowly like dial it to like understanding how you can like over exaggerate things to like make stuff happen.
Correct.
I like that. That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now I guarantee you felt what you did wrong there, right?
Kinda. I don't know.
Did you feel how the face was open?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
starting to get an understanding of what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to build at. So I think you're doing really well with the face and turning. I don't think we need to worry about that. Okay, we just had one bad one. Okay, but I'm going to put this little T in the ground now.
Okay.
All right, and just give me 4 little shots here where we're thinking about hitting that punch shot and getting that T out of the ground for me. Okay.
Okay.
Not a full swing, just a little half shot or something. That's fine. Just keep going. Good. Try to get that T out of the ground for me, okay? Just a small punch shot. We don't need to kill it.
Okay.
Just try to get a feel for it. There you go.
Let's
Good
go.
job.
You hit it.
Okay. There we go. Big guy, give me about 4 more here, and then let's discuss, kind of have a little review and discuss what we need to kind of work on, okay? Any questions?
No. Just try to hit this tee.
There it is. Just get that tee. Good.
Yeah, I know you're asking me like what one of the like problems I experience. I think
Mhm.
this will help a lot with that because I always like if I am playing a game, I'm always hitting the ground before it, and then this kills your speed, and then you're hitting a 25-yard shot, and you're just like, I want to go home.
Correct, correct,
Yeah.
correct. So if we can get this angle of attack down for you, I think it's really going to start helping.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those things that we need to kind of work slowly, like
Yeah.
a little kid, and just kind of get that feel. And I'm telling you, you're going to start feeling it pop off the face,
Mhm.
right? And that's when it starts to happen a little bit for
Yeah.
us. Okay. So give me one more here, and then I want to give you your homework. Good job.
Nice.
Good job. All right, so first things first, okay? Grip. Okay, we need to work on our grip.
Yeah.
Okay, so
One of those.
right, go on Amazon. I would find something like this. I think they got them for a couple bucks or something. They got the ones where you could snap on your clubs.
Yeah.
So simple, right? Just make sure it's lined up correctly so you don't have the thing all wonky and stuff like that, right? You know what you can kind of do to make sure that it's square, right? Is I would get it up against the leading edge as I take that grip, and then as I kind of look, making sure it's straight, not wonky. Okay. Now, if you kind of come on over here with me, let's talk about posture real quick. We'll go through the posture again. So remember, we want to take the club in our left hand, take our right hand, put it right there on our belt buckle, push our hips back till we feel slight tension in our hamstrings, crack our knees, equal steps. Let's put our right hand back on in there. And then all we're going to do is allow that club to drop down to the good. So now when you look down, you can see your shoelaces, okay? And that's going to give us a much more athletic position to
Yeah.
hit the ball. Does that make sense?
This
Okay.
helped a lot.
Now, a few things that we talked about with the in swing, right? Okay, a few things that we kind of worked on here was we got the impact bag right here. If you've got something like this at the house, like an old book bag or something like that that you
Yeah.
don't use, throw some old jeans or towels in there. It's great,
Yeah.
okay? But you know what we want to kind of do is, you know, just as a beginner, I'd kind of get here and then just about as hard as that, right? And I would start to get a feel for where contact is, right? Where is impact, right? I don't want to feel like I'm back over here trying to hit it,
Yeah.
right? I want to feel like I'm getting that weight into that lead side and that club's going down with the irons, okay? We're not talking about the driver today, okay? Now, the other thing that you can kind of work on, right, is get the toe into the bag, right? So I just get about here, right, and just get it feeling for my hands releasing into the bag. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Another drill that I'd like for you to kind of work on is the low point drill. Okay, just put a T right here, get a ball about an inch or two, and you know behind it, and all I want you to do is hit punch shots. And your goal is to get this out of the ground. Okay. Now, how I would kind of start with that just a little bit, so you get a good feel for it. I'm going to give you a little drill here. Is that you got 8 iron there? That'll be fine. Okay, so this will give you an understanding about where the low point is without having to fight too much, and then we can really start getting into this. But what we'll do is we'll kind of get our heels close together, as so. Then all I want you to do is just kind of swing the club. You see how easy that is?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not trying to get into a golf swing at this point. I'm just trying to allow this club to do what it does naturally, and then I start to build my swing.
Makes sense.
So come on over here. Put your heels close together. Okay, feet splayed out. Good. And we play the ball in the middle of our setup. Okay. And we're not trying to hit it. We're just trying to swing the club. Okay. Does that make
Swing the
sense?
club.
Yep. Just swing the club. All right. Good. One more time. Just swing the club. Let it do what it does. Allow that club to hinge up a little bit, okay? Okay. Not trying to kill it. Feet a little bit closer together. There you go. There you go. Good, good, good. All right. Better. Okay. One more time for me. There we go. Good. All right. Just swing the club. Getting there. One more time. Just swing the club. And two more. Don't try to kill it. Okay. Just let the club do the work. Okay. Good. Better. One more for me. One more. Okay. So here we go. Let me jump on in there real quick. Kind of show you. Okay. All right. So when we do this drill, okay, just feet together. Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. It's not up here. Okay. It's just right here. Okay. So I just want to kind of feel like I'm just kind of swinging the club. I'm just letting it kind of do its thing. Not trying to control it. Just trying to drop the back of the club on the ball.
Okay. Yeah.
Try it one more time for me. Okay. Okay. Right, so I'll kind of give you a feel here. Right, so I can help you out. There you go. You feel how the club's releasing there? There we go. We're not trying to hold it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, just let it.
Right? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Feel how that's how that club wants to work, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Better. There. One more. Don't try to kill it. Just try to get there. Okay. So that's something that we're going to need to work on quite a bit. Okay. And it's just, as I said, it's just going to be putting our feet together. Okay. Making very small swings to begin with. Okay. Doesn't have to be anything aggressive. It could be just a short little shot. So we start to feel that face coming off of it, or that ball coming off that face a little bit. Okay. Questions? What questions you got for me? Talk to me, big guy.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
feel like I just gotta soak it in, process it, do some of these drills at home, and
Yes. So definitely, you know, when you get out to practice, right? I don't know where do you live at? You live here in?
I live like 15 minutes. I'm more like by the like Costco.
Okay. Okay. Great. 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 Trying to think of some places over there you kind of practice.
I know, 'cause I always go to like Tampa Bay Downs or their range with like some of my buddies because they live closer to there. I think there's a range up here.
Green Chasers.
Green Chasers.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
You got Green Chasers right here, open
Okay.
24 hours.
That's good.
You're hitting off mats, which,
Yeah.
you know, you know what I mean? As long as we're hitting balls,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's more the important
Yeah.
thing right now at this point. But the big thing for us, right, is grip, okay? Making sure that we get the grip in the right position, okay? Making sure that we get a little grip minder, okay? The other thing that I would work on, right, is I would get a little something like this, okay? Some kind of impact bag so we can kind of get a feel for that. Lastly, I would get something of this nature, right? It doesn't have to be this one exactly, but something where you have an understanding where the ball placement is, okay? Trying to put those three things together is very important, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay? It's not about bombing the ball right now.
Yeah.
It's about making sure that we got a grip, stance, and posture and ball position in a good spot so we can kind of go with that, okay?
Makes sense.
Right, and the other thing I would kind of suggest here a little bit, right, is get yourself a couple of alignment rods, throw in your golf bag, kind of help you out so you can make sure that when you're practicing, you know where your target is, right? And then if I put it this way, I know where my ball position is in my
That
setup.
would be helpful.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Any questions or anything like that?
No, I really appreciate it.
You got it.
Good.
You got it. I'll be sending you a video of what we worked on.
All right,
If
appreciate
you
it.
have any questions, let me know.
Yeah.
And videotape your swings. I think it's very beneficial, right?
Yeah. I